Hello everyone, Gary Nicholson here with your Sailing Weekend Outlook, also a look towards the weekend as well, for sailingweather.co.uk and weatherweb.net. Here's your chart for Tuesday first of all. High pressure is centred toward the southwest of the British Isles. Most places are dry and bright then. Warm fronts just making their way towards the western side of Scotland and Ireland. Looking at wind speeds for Tuesday, we've got winds in the eastern side of the English Channel, northerlies around force 4 or 5, particularly during the morning, but will drop, and western areas getting down to variable northwesterly around a force 3 later on in the afternoon, and those lighter winds slowly extending their way eastwards. Across the Irish Sea, it's southwesterlies at around a force 5, locally in shelter a force 4, but stronger to the western side of Ireland, a south-southwesterly here at a force 7, similar for western Scotland too. Across East Anglia around the North Norfolk coast, a westerly at around a force 3 or locally a 4, and more towards a northwesterly south from about Suffolk. Across northeastern parts of Britain, a southwesterly at around a force 4 or 5 for northeast England, nearer to a 6 though for northeast Scotland. On Wednesday, high pressure is still centred towards the south, and many places are dry. A lot of cloud around across most of the country though, particularly western regions with the flow coming in from the southwest and the patchy outbreaks of drizzle around some of these western coasts of the Irish Sea and up to western Scotland too, also to the western side of Ireland. Eastern coasts though, broadly are dry and the brightest of the skies for the eastern side of England and southeast England too. Wednesday's winds in the south and the east, very light and variable, probably just a force 2 and typically south to southwesterly in the eastern side of the English Channel. Out towards the far southwest, so from around Devon westwards, we've got a south to southwesterly at around a force 4, maybe just west of Land's End nearer to a force 5. Up to the Irish Sea, a stronger southerly wind with typically a force 7 in middle parts of the Irish Sea. Nearer to shore, maybe just be in shelter nearer to force 6. But west of Ireland and Scotland, the strongest of your winds nearer to force 7 or an 8 here. Across the east coast, again from the south, at around a force 5 or getting towards a force 6 the further north you go. Again, though, it's the southeast where you're in the most lightest and variable winds overall. On Thursday, a cold front is making its way across the country, bringing some rain to many central, southern and eastern regions through the course of the day, gradually making its way further eastwards, so western regions brightening up with time as the day goes on and some sunshine coming through, and then showers following into the western side of Ireland and Scotland. The front we just saw is lying through somewhere here, so ahead of that front quite gusty with a south to southwesterly flow at around a force 5 or a force 6, maybe gusting up towards a force 7 for a time across some of these eastern regions as that front moves its way eastwards. Behind the front though, it's going round more to a westerly, easing down in the southwest towards a force 4, but generally staying as a fairly fresh west to southwesterly flow in more northern and western regions. The Irish Sea typically a force 5 or 6, up towards northwest Scotland, Northern Ireland though nearer to a force 7, similar in northeastern Britain. Now for Friday, some difficulty in the exact details, so keep an eye on the forecast for this one. An area of low pressure is moving in from the Atlantic, driving fronts eastwards and spreading rain to many areas through the course of the day, and winds also strengthening for many areas. Now for Friday's winds then, we've got low pressure showing as centred somewhere in here by about midday on Friday. Difficult to get the exact details. I think it's typically a cyclonic flow, southerly at first, then veering round more to a westerly, often though up to force 7, gusting occasionally to force 8 or higher, and keep an eye on the forecast because this exact detail still subject to changes at this stage. That area of low pressure looks like moving away towards the east by Saturday, but still some rain in the southeastern corner for a time, gradually pulling away into the continent, and many places then looking drier and brighter with some sunshine coming through. Watch out for some showers around these western coasts, just moving down to the Irish Sea as well. Feeling cooler as well by Saturday. Wind speeds for Saturday, strongest in the morning, particularly eastern and southeastern regions. Northwesterlies at force 6 or locally 7 off the east coast for a time, but across many western regions, easing down through the day, gradually going down to force 5, later on getting near to force 3 or 4 in western areas as pressure builds temporarily, but across the Irish Sea, typically sticking northwesterlies at 4 or 5, locally, as I said, in the morning, that little bit stronger. By Sunday though, it's milder with fronts moving in off the Atlantic again, milder air sweeping in from the west, rain pushing its way eastwards with time, and quite a cloudy, dull day for many areas again. A windy day for all on Sunday with a pretty strong westerly flow, west to southwesterly at first, and often getting near to force 7, although in northern Britain you're going to be nearer to force 8 or stronger gradually with time into the far northwest. So that's your latest outlook for this week ahead. Thank you for watching this video for sailingweather.co.uk, and bye for now.